You are welcome to the mystery font. This is the mystery font. Welcome. You are the renovation of love's imagination. You are more than a brain. You are love's expectation. It's a radiant rain, parallel against hate, parallel against pain. Radio, science, brain. This is the germane braid. Imaginate. This is the germane braid. Perpendicular trains elate. Sentience illumination. This is the sentient clay reanade relation. This is the renovation of love's imagination to date at rate. Radio science brain imaginationate. Mind fate made by skill through will. This is the permeate mind mate. This is the sentient clarion made plain. Radio science brain. Imagination aim. Imagination aim. Imagination aim. Imagination aim. Imagination aim. Imagination aim made aid of imagination aim. Today's name comes to play, stays the same. Radio science brain. Imagination aid. Mind made imagination aim into aid. Perpendicular trains parallel against hate. Parallel now we wade. And imagine it rain waking wax out of wane. Radio science brain. Relate. We can do anything. Scarcity myths ending. Proven by what brains bring. You're the renovant spring. Particularly your thing. You are the scient. Bring it now. Bring. You are the renovation of love's imagination. You are more than a brain. You are love's new dictation with the reinforcements of the universe's imagination. Radio, science, brain, imagination may be game today if you are game to play. brain. Imagination may be game. Imagination aim. This is the sentient clarion aim. We are the renovation of love's imagination. This is my one vibration from the radiant rain. Parallel against hate, parallel against pain. Radio science brain. Imagination may be game to play today. Remain the agent change. Radio science brain. Imagination contains curiosity grade. Elation to be now made. Radio science brain, radio science brain, imagination made, imagination aid. You are the renovation of love's imagination. Be named, be known as come, came to play today. Imagination aid became radio science brain. Imagination may be game to play. Remain always the name. The capable ace come came to play. Remain nature, the create and explore, to braid in imagination, to make imagination aim today into aid. This is the mindless made, this contain activation for the sentient stain. Imagination aid contains radio science brain mind made, this contagion contain. This ache imagination break us from day after day, accepting fascism in neighborhoods. This way the mind may see the falsehood and say, we are the sentient clarion aid. The mind made this free space, mind make this amazing experiment safe today. The mind may be safe. Imagination strafe against hate. Imagination aid This is the mindless makes love contain resistance and sane activation for brains. This is a leavening, leaving behind hate and hateful thinking. This is the renovation, awakening courage for reconciliation, built upon truth, built upon thinking that we can, not accepting demagogues saying we're damned. Who would tell us we should be sleeping or half woken up when we need to save or even retreat? Imagination keeps aware and awake, for woke is deep. Imagination heap love into the breach. Imagination reach. From all brains to all brains, this is the mindless made love contain. Radio science brain imagination aid mind made this the way it came to you, to pay the nature to gaze with love, not with judgment today. What if punishment is the addiction we are to uncement? We are the sentient clarion aim, newly sentient. This is the scient craving, imagine it waving, not in vain. Gold happens every day, sometimes in veins anyway. Radio science brain, you are the love maintained, curiosity great, imagination made. Radio science brain, imagination aid, the mind come to play, it's able to break. Now like there's things to say, we know how make behave, we become tidal wave today. The name Radio science brain germane, you are the renovation of this whole occupation upon which we built what we seem to think is a nation. Let's make good on promises we break, instead of pain. Radio science brain, this is the mindless made this contagious and aching to break. Radio science brain, radio science break, radio silence 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 break. Radio science brain germane. is new messaging I'm piloting. Incoming calls are trying. What's happening? Just a moment. Just a moment. Wow. That didn't need my attention after all. Welcome to Radio Science Brain. Curiosity grade. Imagination aid. Mind made. This kindness might leaves mind games. Please mark down this codec to program in and play imagination as in today. This game is saying a nature creature plie to jump from today. This is the mindless made, this contain anti-pain. Perpendicular trains, parallel against hate, radio science brain. Perpendicular trains, parallel against hate and pain. Liaise to the mind made, this contagious aid. Come awake. I woke because that's how I know I'm not snoke or smoke or broke or below the morning oak. Mind made this container from pain contain radio science brain. The mind made the same and I aim it. Clarion aim update. This is the mindless pay. Wage to you banner of the band of illumination aid. Mind made. Radio science brain. Radio science brain. You are the renovation. Remain always agent of change. The mindness made this clarion ache contagious enough that you bathe in imagination. Particle matter wave, germane. Activate radio science brain. This is the germane craving, imagine it waving, not in vain. Radio science brain. The mind made this contain. You are the renovation, mind made this contain. How you are the radiation, you are the radiation, you are the radiation. You are the radiation, you are the radiation. You are the radiation, you are the radiation, you are the radiation, the mind made, contain it every way. You wave, you are the radiation of imagination. You are the dream awake. You can ease any ache. Radio science break. Radio science break. Pretend that love is sane. Pretend that love is sane. Today it asks your name, asks if you like games, or anyway, if you'd like to play. The mind mismade this aid contain. Radio science brain, we made this today. This is the mindless activation. This is the renovation of love's imagination. Awake and updated today. Imagination aid. The mind made today as play contagious. Aid. Imagination aid. Awake to walk the way. How do we perceive around us the falsehood? Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the age of the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
So, to my favorite people in the world, the seniors. I'm a senior. I know you don't know that. Nobody knows that. Maybe you don't have to tell them, but I'm a senior. We are making tremendous progress with this horrible disease that was sent over by China. China will pay a big price for what they did to the world and to us. But we have medicines right now, and I call them a cure. I went into the hospital a week ago. I was very sick, and I took this medicine, and it was incredible. It was incredible. I could have walked out the following day, sooner. It was incredible the impact it had. And we're going to make that and others that are similar to it, almost identical, we're going to make them available immediately. We have an emergency use authorization that I want to get signed immediately. The FDA has moved at a level that they've never moved before. Things that would take 2, 3, 4 years are taking a matter of weeks or even sooner than that. And that's because of me. We're taking care of our seniors. You're not vulnerable, but they like to say the vulnerable, but you're the least vulnerable. But for this one thing, you are vulnerable, and so am I. But I want you to get the same care that I got. I got incredible care at Walter Reed, incredible doctors, and this medicine in particular, one medicine was unbelievable. You're going to get the same medicine. You're going to get it free, no charge, and we're going to get it to you soon. And the nice part is it's made by a number of companies. It's totally safe, but it's powerful against this disease. So we're going to get it out to you. We're going to take care of our seniors, all free. And I just want to thank you. And what we've gone through as a country is a horrible thing. My opponent, as you know, he talks, but he never did anything in 47 years. I did more in 47 months than he did in 47 years. He just talks. It's the same old thing. If it were up to him, you wouldn't have this, you wouldn't have anywhere near it for years. They wouldn't even be talking about anything like this. He had his chance with H1N1 swine flu, and it was one of the great disasters. He didn't know what he was doing, but I do know what I'm doing. And the seniors are going to be taken care of, and then everybody's going to be taken care of, and it's coming out really fast. So thank you very much. We love you. We love America.
It is here at the Mystery Font. It is us. It is you. We are the renovation of love's imagination. If there is an intelligence or God in the universe, were they not asking for reinforcements? Wouldn't that be more fun? Mightn't we ought to pitch in as renovation of love's imagination? We are the reality distortion fielding.
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually.
Did Donald Trump do such a bad job at hosting a massive demonstration in the gathered super amphitheater of democracy on January 6th, 2021? Did he do such a bad job at presiding over an event he pulled together as president presiding over the nation? Did he do such a bad job through sheer incompetence that a violent and administrative coup took place by his incompetence? Or was it through volition and intent that Donald Trump did bad, intentionally did bad things well, to subvert democracy with volition, to throw down the watch that he told us he would steward? But that oath of office, the watch, he threw to the ground to grab an imagined scepter. In volition, did he break the trust and duty of his office by total incompetence? Or did he break and disqualify himself instead from office ever again through volition? Was he so bad at his job? Or was he good at doing evil against the United States? Incompetence or volition?
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually.
You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, "I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone," it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
the fear of separation. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic.
Who is the falsehood? Who is the falsehood? Who has personally told you that you don't deserve the truth? Has said that you, by nature of your group or a perceived weakness, as named by someone, who among you has been degraded and vilified and demonized, talked down and called sucker by someone known or credibly accused of numerous falsehoods? Who amongst you have been demonized by someone who says it's smart to cheat everyone whenever possible? Who put all of us over a barrel by looking into the mouth of technology and saying, my mouth can eat more of everyone now, by discarding all empathy and leveraging falsehood, creating a breach into which some of the most reprehensible monsters in humanity are showing themselves and running for political office. Deeply reprehensible, deadly, and lynch mob gathering behavior from people like Carrie Lake and people like Alex Jones and people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and MAGA retrader greed has soaked into so many people's worldview by being coercively degraded to accept and submit to a falsehood you can see is false. To accept a lie that dares you to ask to not be scraped off of a boot, for truly challenging and saying, no offense, you're awesome and you're the president now, but why lie about the size of a crowd for your inauguration? Why on earth would an American president leverage falsehood by creating a massive hoax with a preemptory first press conference, a Trojan horse of an angry press secretary reacting to massive falsehoods by the media with proof in hand, and proof never shown and false, and all of the photographs and evidence and experience we just went through showing no big deal, but it just happened that if someone cared enough to look at it, the crowd that gathered for then not yet disgraced President Trump was inaugurated, that his crowd was respectable, but less than half the size of Obama's crowd. About a third the size. And that's fine. But the inability to miss the opportunity to counter a cosmetically, to Trump apparently, humiliating disfigurement of reality, and to miss the opportunity to press a lie that was demonstrably a lie into the audience of gathered spectators and say, this is truth and you will accept it. Why? And for what possible reason would the leader of a democracy do that? I assert that there is no beneficial reason to do that. And if there were such a reason, we haven't seen any evidence that the disgraced former president, individual one, would have the capacity to deal with anything so nuanced. We are the reality distortion fielding. We can tell when we have been degraded. Being told that we don't have the grit and gumption and emotional fortitude to level with our children about what our ancestors did is unpatriotic. To tell a nation that he was ostensibly leading that we should hide the truth from our kids is not only irresponsible, it is unpatriotic and anti-American. To try to convince people that it somehow was both not that bad, but also that there's no way to approach it and it simply must be erased. We see the terroristic work by zoning in on CRT, something that's taught in college or grad school or something. But essentially demonizing talking about racism, when we have to say it plainly, the only people interested in ending discussion of racism are the Ku Klux Klan and people who want to foster safe space for the Ku Klux Klan and the reality that keeps profiting from enslavement and genocide and the math of slavery. Ron DeSantis is a criminal, openly recloaking the matrix of white supremacy. The worst crimes that have happened during the existence of our country. Ron DeSantis is participating in enslavement by lying about it and by terrorizing people who were not beneficiaries of it, but victims and descendants of victims. And the absolute toxicity of people like the known neo-Nazi Ron DeSantis is a threat to public security now, today, in Florida and in America. We have only the statement of "we see your gaslight," or "we see your blind spots and we are here to rescue you." If you're going to try to tell us in America that structural racism is not prevalent and an existential threat, that the matrix of white supremacy and patriarchal terror and all of its hatred against LGBTQ people, that is creating a trans genocide, that is murdering our habitat for the quick gain of a few cats' fat. This is truly abominable and counter to the mission of any prophet, only for financial profits. But no prophet of our species who has known and been known for love and care of humanity and stewarding existence as something kind, no one we would vaunt would take the path of individual one. And it's our duty, I assert, to be able to look into the eyes of our dreams and our heroes and our infatuations as much as anything else. Or we are the weakest link in the armor of democracy. Who is the falsehood? Why would anyone want to cheat the union that protects all of us by tolerating that we have differences, and even differences of opinion that are stark? That it is our union to hold us together to better perfect our union and realize true equality through equity. We can lean into the actual America that we have said is but has never come. We can be an honorable nation. For real now. We can actually become that. It's not utopic. We simply choose to stop capitalizing upon human need and vulnerability and use all of our ingenuity and our greater resilience and uncontaminated ability, uncontaminated by trauma and leavened through healing. We can do anything. And it's not going to be utopia when we rid ourselves of needless punishment. It just will be better. And we will be able to have, if we remove a punishment dungeon from humanity and figure out myriad ways to help one another and to actually serve need so that everyone is ready to participate in fostering a better world together, we're that much closer, and we're that much further along to understanding how to bring people not just to productivity, but actually to their own happiness, their own pursuit of happiness. We literally are just withholding this from ourselves. to the profit of some. And our leveraging of the scarcity that does exist has created a scarcity myth that is toxic, anti-gift. And the Atlantic will collapse if we don't address our habitat. So who is the perniciously distracting donor of the falsehood? Of course, we have to admit that we just may never know who is the falsehood. We may never know. It may be beyond us to know. It may be that knowing the falsehood would devour us. Maybe confronting our fears would petrify us to solid block. Maybe holding a boundary that we get to expect fact and common language and an effort to find truth, we would be leveled rather than leveled with. Are we able to believe that we can have an effect within this tide? Your belief that it is possible is the only thing that ever has changed the world. One's belief and finding a way to make it through, if need be, a storm, or to gather data in that storm, or to ride the tide somewhere when is needed. We are the reality distortion fielding. We are the reality distortion fielding. This is Tim at the Mystery Font, and the falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual, actually. Yet we are the reality distortion fielding. This is for you. I love you, and I want to share this with you. This is Radio Science Brain. Renovation of imagination. Awake. You can ease any ache. Radio Science Brain, Radio Science Break. We are the renovation. We are the renovation of love's imagination. Be named. This is the Science Clarion Ink. Activate the kindness that kindness came to make. We can ease any ache, any thirst we shall slake. We are the renovation. Sane Radio Science Brain. You are the renovation of love's imagination. Seance with play, Radio Science Brain. From my brain, from this bay I create activation, perpendicular prey. Perpendicular traits. Perpendicular trains, parallel against hate, parallel against pain. Radio Science Brain might make it through mazes, awake to play. You are the renovation of love's imagination. Be nature, create your aperture, make made mind play. You are the mind is capable. Now make game. You are the renovation of this whole occupation that we call a nation. It might be saying plain that we be nature. Creature, create new aperture to freight perpendicular trains and freight. We are the mindness might make clarion now. It is recommended update. How do we know? How do we know? How do we know that what we see as contract together in love holds actually? How do we help kindness be species?
Song of joy instead of deeper.
Won't you show them how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. Ooh. Help me to learn songs of joy instead of burn, baby, burn. Won't you show me how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. Do you say, will the human race be running today? Or will someone save this planet we're playing on? Is it the only one? Help them see that the people here are like you and me. Won't you show them how to play the pipes of peace? Play pipes of peace. I light a candle to our love. In love our problems disappear. But all in all we soon discover that one-on-one is all we long to hear. All around the world, little children being born to the world. Got to give them all we can till the war is won. When will the work be done? Help them to learn songs of joy instead of burn, baby, burn. Won't you show them how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. Ooh. Help me to learn songs of joy instead of burn, baby, burn. Won't you show me how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. What do you say? Will the human race be run in a day? Or will someone save this planet we're playing on? Is it the only one? Help them to see that the people here are like you and me. Won't you show them how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. Oh, I light a candle to our love. In love our problems disappear. But all in all we soon discover that one-on-one is all we long to hear.
This is gonna be super nuts.
Radio science brain, 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 radio science brain. Radio science brain, 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 radio science brain. Imagination may be a game to play today if you're game to play. Imagination aid might contain capable aid. Radio science brain, imagination may contain activation, may contain aim and aid. Remain the name, the nature might make. Pretend the kindness came and you're able to sate. Radio science brain, the mind made your case. The mind may be game to play. Remain radio science brain. We can wake wax from wane, remain. We can wake wax from wane, we are amelioration plane. Imagination is saying your name, radio science brain, your name. You are the sentient clarion ache relay. To play. Radio science brain, imagination aim, disable ace. This imagination ace contains what same space, time and place. You are the radiation, 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 you are the radiation. Awake and say. Jermaine, you are a brain, Jermaine, you are the access clarion ace. You are sane, take your space, imagination ace contain. Radio science brain, imagination aim. Imagination aim, imagination aim, imagination aim. Imagination aim, imagination aim, imagination aim. Imagination aim, imagination aim. Imagination aim, imagination aim, imagination aim. Radio science brain, perpendicular trains, parallel against hate, parallel against pain, might liaise to make phase in out of phase, contain safe space. The mind may make ways today. The mind may make sane. You are the mindless love, can play, can wage. To make imagination age safe. Radio science brain, perpendicular trains, no strafing from clay, drop from heads away. Imagination aid, safe space for brains made today. We play, remain, executive function, radio science brain. Radio science brain, executive function, maintain. Radio science brain, executive function, maintain the brain activation, it's able mind may enable gaze or play, and may be the same. Imagination aim, imagination aim. Mind made today, it's a radio science brain might may contain. This main dissension as arranged today. Radio science brain, imagination. This is the mindness made, this might be able, might say, this is the activation play. Time, play, time, play, time, play. Imagination aid. Radio science brain, pretend the kindness came and stayed. Imagination aid. Radio science brain, perpendicular trains, parallel and parlayed. This is the mindness made. We contain and update. Radio science brain, perpendicular trains, perpendicular traits, might still and be in phase. Window gaze, hello there, mate, safe space. You are the renovation, live long and prosper, mate. In this maze, in this bay, or whatever we call it today. Radio science brain. Indeed. Indeed. What is the mind of democracy saying to us now? What is the imagination of democracy wondering about? What is the spectacle of illumination? Curious. About. Let's see here. Can this be what I hope it can be? I'm going to try to. There's that. There we go. How is it? How's the focus? How's the focus over there, kid? Oh, it's going to be spectacular, I tell ya. Well, for now, let's start there. Whoop. Ooh, that was a good shoot. We definitely don't want to break cameras now. Then they're. All right, where are we at here? So let's see. Whoa! Huh? Okay. All right, well, I will take that into consideration. Uh-huh. Hi. Me? You're talking to me? You're talking to me? Yeah, I'm right here. I know, do you... Oh, hello. You see, this is the sun and world upside down, backwards. Whoa. Now, I'm going to try to set up an interesting vantage point if I can do so. Maybe here. I think it's going to come into view. Yes, I think so. Let's see. We have yes. So this. Just that. It's actually, yes, there we go. That is coming through a bit. All right, so now where do we want our focus holds to be? Greepich. 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 Greepich McChimmon was what I think we sometimes were told back in the day when it was necessary. Greepich McChimmon. I have no idea what that means. In fact, no one's ever said it to me before. It's another mystery. This is the sun. And in this space, in the imagination of democracy here, a flag from outside shows on the wall. When the wind is at play. Yes, I think that is essentially nearer that focus. If one wants to be in focus in the middle of the room, that is. This is the mystery font. And you can see a couple of, well, more than a couple of the portals and partial areas of the chambers of the mystery font. We're going to create an effect, and hopefully the flag will participate as well. But it's just always new ways of creating image and also responding to, in the moment, how image might be created. And so with the simplest of tools, we alter and shape. So, at the intersection of free humanity and the meaning of life, it is the mystery font. And this place holds invitation. This place holds invitation for everyone. This place is an invitation. And you may be part of what is created here. If you have ideas, story, dance, something that you want to bring here to the Mystery Font, or which you would like to share virtually as a part of the Mystery Font series, open to it. That is a possible avenue. I've recorded a few artists here at the font that will be part of upcoming broadcasts and part of an archive of guest artists here at the Mystery Font. Yeah, that's a bit better. I think to zoom in would be helpful. If we can do that. We want to be, I think we want to take it to there. It should be more or less in focus, I think. Is that? That's the furthest. Let's see here. Yes. Yes. I think that's better. Why not? All right. Adapting the ways in which I want to have this space ready. It should, there we go. It should be significant. This is the mystery. This is the mystery. Fond mystery. Fond mystery. Fond 42. It's good to have available to you a space where you can play and be you. And if the only place you can do that is in your brain, then there's that. And we deserve more than that. We deserve not to be demonized by or abused by the world because of different kinds of sensitivities, when the kind of intersectionality that is being demonized by far right and right wing extremists, the kind of exclusion being normalized, really damages our ability to let everyone truly flourish and contribute. And it is important and vital and live for you to be your own expression of self, for you to be you. It's wrong to tell people, I think, wrong to tell people, as I have been told by someone in my life for a time, and had to tell them, now you're going to stop saying that to me. I don't tolerate that. It's abusive. They would say, if that's how you are, the world is going to be very difficult for you. And it was said with a lot of fear and anger. But for a long time, I only saw the anger, what felt like a threat. And eventually saw that the person was not only scared for me, because they couldn't perceive how I could be who I am in the world and have that be all right, somehow. That believing in, not just in kindness, but in fostering planning and futures based upon that as part of our substrate, because the math of it works and it's just a bit better when we treat each other well. That creating things to foster that, and having that as a lodestar and priority, a guiding star, a north star. We can bring things that are positive. And you being who you are, and being able to be who you are, is important. If we are being humane people in the least, then we shouldn't have to fight so hard to simply be who we are. And you deserve kindness. You deserve kindness, whether the lessons about conditions and violence in our world, in our culture, were taught to you with violence, or by violent example, or just by threats. If and however it was cemented that there is punishment coming, and it's deserved, and it knows your name, then know that that was incepted. That is not part of our substrate. So I say and believe that we're not supposed to be a malice come. We're supposed to be a kindness come. Here. That we appear. And humankind means there's one kind in through which all come, one Klein. We are one humankind. And saying, that was kind of you, literally means that was like you, that was like me of you. That was like you were me. That was like you knew me, like we're from the same family. That was like we're of a kind. Like we are of one kind. Like way back, we all come from the same mother. That's what it means when you say to someone, "That was kind of you." Your kindness is where your kindness comes from. Aha, well, there now. Now it's up there. Interesting, interesting. How about that? All right. Come, be one. New under the sun, we are a kindness. Come, be one. New under the sun, we are a kindness. Come, we are a kindness. Come, we are a kindness. Come, we are a kindness. Come. Be one. New under the sun, come. We are kindness. Come, we contain the whole spectrum. We are a kindness. Please be one. We are a kindness. We are a kindness. Come, we are a kindness. Come. We are a kindness. Come. My kindness is where my kindness comes from. Please be one. gracious. Goodness gracious. This looks so big and bright. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right to look the way I look. It's all right. And this is the mystery font. Now, what happens? See, it's not a huge difference. It's not a very bright light I'm adding here. But right now, the only light coming through is a pinhole camera that we're tuning a bit to be fairly focused and apparent. And this is, after all, as you are likely aware, the one and only mystery font. In fact, what's happening now is another wonderful time of day here where interesting opportunities happen for kind of graphic possibilities and certainly storytelling. And the sun will be, as it is now, making its transit through the room. Here at the mystery font. It is going well, I hope. I hope this is going all right for you. And that you know it's safe when you're ready to prehend and apprehend the falsehood.
And having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing.
You've said you have no investments in Russia, but do you owe any money to Russian individuals and institutions?
No.
None.
The primary thing I did with Russia, I bought a house in Palm Beach at a bankruptcy. It was a bankrupt, person. I bought it from the banks. I bought it for about $40 million. I sold it for $100 million to a Russian. That was probably 5 years ago, and that was primarily it.
You partnered
now,
with
will
Russians
I
on the
sell?
Soho Grand? the
Will I
Toronto?
sell? Oh, many years ago. I don't think they're Russian. I think there were other people, but there were various partners. Will I sell condos to Russians on occasion? Probably. I mean, I do that. I have a lot of condos. I do that. But I have no relationship to Russia whatsoever.
No debts.
No debts. I have very little debt to anybody. I don't need debt. You know, it's very interesting. I'm so liquid, I don't need debt. And if I need debt, if I want debt, I can get it from banks in New York City very easily.
You know where I'm going to take this next. Americans could be assured on that if they saw your tax returns.
My tax returns are very simple. They're under a minor audit, routine audit, as they have been for many years. Every year I get audited. Now, I don't know if you get audited, but I have friends that are very wealthy that never have been audited. I say, do you get audited? I get audited every year. I'm under a routine audit, like routine. And I have been for years, every year.
But there's
if
several
it's
years
finished,
that are no longer
George,
under
here's
that
very
audit.
simple. Yeah, but they're all linked. It's called the link. It's very simple. If my audit's finished, that's great. Now, I have to tell you, I watched Mitt Romney 4 years ago. He waited till September to give him, just before the election. They made him look so bad. It was so unfair. I actually think he didn't lose because of the 47%. I think he lost because of a couple of really minor items in a tax return where he did nothing wrong. So it is unfair. But I will say, when I'm finished with the audit, I'll do it.
Richard Nixon released his, even though his were under audit.
Don't use Richard Nixon as necessarily the guide, okay? I mean, you know, it's an interesting person to use, but don't use it.
It is curious, isn't it? The fog of hokum. Have you seen hokum? I mean, we've all felt it. We've all known it. We've all tasted it in some sense. We've perceived it, but have you seen hokum before? There's a piece, a relic of the falsehood. It actually displays some readout of hokum. It's worth a look.
You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone, it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
This is the mystery. This is the mystery. Mystery font. Mystery font. 42. You are the renovation of you. You are the dream awake. This is the mystery font. Mystery font. This is the mystery font. Mystery font. Mystery font. Mystery font.
just hold on to each other's hands. This time might be the last I feel, unless I make this all too clear. I need you so. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again, learn to live so free. When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings. Maybe think tonight we can take what was wrong, make it Baby, it's all I know, that you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. I need you so. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again, learn to live so free. When we hear the voices sing, book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again and love so free. When we hear the voices sing, book of love will open up and let us in, show us where to begin. Let us Let us Baby, it's all I know, that you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again, live and love so free. When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings. We've got to learn to fly and love so free. We hear voices sing. The book of love will open up. Let us in. Show us where to begin. The book of love will open up and let us I love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you exist and that you are who you are. That you dare to be you. battleship parked in the river, reenacting open doors in open fire. There are mushroom clouds and machine gun copters descending in the snap crackle pop fizzle of the fireworks as they pass into just met and kissed me yet. I knew somebody else so me better. And I made a laugh so easy to impress. Melting too fast, dripping into your lips because all my heroes have turned human as you, slinking round pool tables, sinking into unfabled stupors, and the whispering into the night air, to some girl's hair. I am number one. Independence Day of freedom is one. To choose our way when we go, what's to come. But with each time we break, sacrifice. How many lives will it take? How many lives left just fireworks that light up the sky and then fall into the water. My love's next to me, head full of the next century, wondering if there will be a wedding tomorrow. And the secret smoke signals at the gunpowder seem the most significant indication of what's to come. Independence Day, our freedom is one. We choose our way and we go what's to come. take? How many loves must just
I love you. Be well.